Kenzie, I'm 28, and I'm a hairstylist and salon owner.
Hair and salon owner. How long have you owned the salon for?
I've owned the salon for 4 years. So COVID happened right after our first birthday. Yeah.
Wow. So your salon's a COVID baby.
It's a COVID baby, yeah. And I mean, I was a baby when I opened it. I was 24 when I opened it. So
what was the path? I'm assuming you were, a stylist before that. And then you felt, okay, you know what? I want my own.
Yeah. So I started doing hair when I was 15. I got my first salon job. I was either going to do hair or I was going to like marry an old rich dying man. Those were my life
paths in life.
Those were my life plans, but now I get to be my own old rich man. So I had done hair for a long time, worked under some different salon owners, and I just thought I could do it better. And a space opened up, opportunity struck. I wrote a business plan in 4 days and was negotiating a lease a week later.
I mean, this really is building the plane as it flies, right? And what a better way to prepare yourself for Survivor, a game that you also have to build as it flies.
100%. I'm very much someone who takes what's in front of me by the horns and with grace and a smile on my face and succeeds. Like everything I've ever wanted in life, I've succeeded. Maybe some bumps in the road. Mm-hmm. But, I just tumble through them. I keep it moving.
Well, let's talk about your newfound success to be in the next 26 days.
Thank you.
What brought you out onto the island from the salon?
From the salon to the island, honestly, I was watching Survivor, and Russell was in charge of his tribe at the time, and I was just like, I could do this better. Like, I think this tribe needs better leadership. Like, he's kind of a bully. And so I told my fiance, I was like, I'm thinking about applying for Survivor. And he was like, you're literally born and bred and built for this. You should definitely do that.
So have you been applying since those like salad Russell Hantz days?
No, I applied one time.
Wow. So what took
one shot.
So what took that long for you to finally say, okay, I'm going to do this?
Well, I only found Survivor during the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Survivor fan baby, but I devoured it all. It's funny. During the pandemic, my psychic lived in my apartment building, and I needed a roll of toilet paper, so I went to her apartment to get a roll of toilet paper, and she had Survivor on. She's a super fan, and I was like, what is this? And she was like, Survivor. And I had already watched everything on TV, so I was like, sure, I'll watch a 40-season TV show. I devoured it. I got obsessed with it. I got obsessed with the game, obsessed with the human connections and breaking those connections and the backstabbing and the friendships. Like, it's all just so... we all love it. It's magical. There's nothing else like it in the world. So,
now, what you don't know is that your psychic had that on knowing that you'd come down and watch it so you could come on the show.
Oh, she had her crystal ball out before I came to get the toilet paper. Like, Kenzie needs the premonition. It's coming to me.
Exactly. So what made, your fiance feel like you were bored and bred for this? What's your skill set that you feel like you're bringing to my table and the one on the beach?
Well, my skill set is... to be a hairstylist, you have to be socially savvy.
Yeah.
To be a business owner, especially a young woman, you have to be socially savvy not only with like the people who work for me, but to earn my seat at the table with other entrepreneurs and other business people in my city, It doesn't come easy, especially to someone that's heavily tattooed, someone young, a woman. Like, I really have had to navigate my way through earning respect, and I do it with a smile on my face, and I love that. On top of that, I am very smart, but it doesn't come across that way. I know I come across like an airhead. That's all a part of the plan, the divine overarching plan of my game
in the apartment.
here. Yeah, the psychic in the apartment. So he was like, you're smart. You're funny. Like, people love you. You can do this. He has been my number one support since I even had the, wine night idea to apply.
That is incredible. So the question is,
yes,
we just saw a hairstylist win.
I know.
So how are you going to navigate this?
I'm really just going to navigate it the same way I would have if I didn't see him win. I am going to just play my game. And yeah, it kind of sucks that just happened, but a good player can get through anything. And yeah, Jam winning, sure. Bad timing for me, but I can't change that. I'm not going to change my game that I've been playing my entire life to navigate this bump in the road, which I feel like it will help me in the game. Like, you can have a plan. Something's going to mess it up,
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to change it, but right now my gut is telling me to just play the same way I would have if we wouldn't have watched Jam win.
From your recent, diving into the seasons, give me one winner and one non-winner that you identify with the most.
Okay, non-winner, I identify with Carolyn 100%. Yeah, love her.
You've
Obviously.
got about as many tattoos as she has.
yeah, I think I have a little more, but, she's weird, she's authentic, she's herself. Like, I am very much that, and love myself. I've been through a lot. Like, I saw her, I literally cried over how much I loved her and felt seen by her. A non-winner I really liked Cassidy from 43. I thought she was really cool. I don't know if I want to be her friend or if I liked her gameplay. Probably both. I really liked Amanda Kimmel.
Okay, yeah. Throwback.
Yeah.
Kimmel, yeah.
Yeah, I love her. I feel like she could have won if things would have gone differently. I think she had a good social game. Love her. Like Andrea a lot. I think she was good. There's a lot of like non-winner women that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you talked about perception beforehand. I mean, do you think that people are really going to look at you and like make those assumptions that have been made about you previously in your life?
Probably. I mean, we as a society like to look at decorated things. We like Christmas trees. We like the Sistine Chapel. We like beautiful women with tattoos.
It's really the holy trinity of spectacle.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Yeah, exactly. You're the third corner of that triangle.
Yes. So, yeah, people are going to look at me, and I'm sure I'm one of the easiest ones to point out in the group. Like the one with all the tattoos. I know that. I know what I look like. I like what I look like. I'm no fool to that. So yeah, I'm sure people are going to perceive me as like probably a mixture of Jam Jam and Carolyn and think I'm really dangerous. And you know what? I am. So they're not wrong for thinking that. But that's up to me to be like, no, I'm stupid.
Yeah, I guess that's the question is like, how are you going to try to subvert that, steer away from that very dangerous curve?
I think I'm going to play up being dumb a little bit, and then I think I'm really just going to go for the hard connections to the point where people don't want to get rid of me. They're like, no, I can trust her. I need her. I'm vulnerable. Like, I know she'll vote with me. And like, maybe they don't, but I need them to believe that. And I am good at making connections. That's what I do in my job. Like, anyone can cut hair. Trust me. It's not that hard. But it takes someone special to get someone to like feel comfortable and vulnerable and keep coming back to you. I have clients that have been coming back to me for over 10 years.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. They keep coming back. And that comes from me giving them a place to be vulnerable and safe and someone they like to be around. I think that's important out here. Like, we're going to be starving and getting rained on and terrible. Like, we're going to need some morale. Okay. And I'm bringing morale.
Yeah. What I found so interesting is the way Jam Jam voiced his like EQ in the Final Tribal Council was this idea of like the twinkle in the eye of I see you when you're happy, and then when you don't have that twinkle, I know that you're lying. Is that something that you get as well?
Oh,
from,
100%.
From that like really personal contact job that your occupation depends on?
Oh, yeah. I know if from the moment someone walks in the door, even if they're not my client, if the vibe is different, if something happened. And I know if they're in a place where they want to talk about it or not. And I know if I should bring the Kleenex over to the station or not, okay? It's a vibe thing. It's a genuinely caring about like other people and their emotions and what they're going through thing. And yeah, in this game, I'm going to have to use that in a way I don't normally use and use it against people. And it is what it is. I've come to terms and peace with that. And I'm grateful to have that tool in my belt.
Yeah. So when it comes to the other people, do you value anything specific? In a possible alliance member, are you looking for like a number one or ride or die?
I would love to find my lobster.
Phoebe style.
Yeah, I would love to find my lobster. I value.
You do have the aerial look as well, so I think the nautical comparison makes sense.
Thank you. You get it. You get me. So yeah, I would love to find someone funny. I want to like have a good time. I think trust would be amazing to find. I am open to it, but I'm not banking on it. I think it's a really hard thing to find out here from kind of like in the olden days. I feel like you could find your ride or die and go to the end with them, and you don't really see that much anymore. You did with Jam Jam and Carolyn, but like it's very rare like in the new era. So I'm going with like a trust for today kind of person.
Okay.
I have no problem like pulling a like Kim and like weaving between everyone. Like I'm good with that.
So that being said, let's look at the possible competition, those people that could possibly be your lobster here. I mean, let's go fishing. Is there anyone that's giving you like good vibes right now? Describe to me some people that if you show up on the beach with them on day one, you're like, best case scenario.
Okay, cool. The guy with the beard, we've been giving each other the brows. Feel like I'm getting a good vibe there.
Now, are we talking the brows like popping a brow?
Yeah, like popping the brow. I saw him skipping after an interview. Loved it. I was like, that, my guy. Like, a man skipping. Loved it. So yeah, I would love to like figure that out. The girl with the curly red hair, she's cute. I just like her hair, I think. But
I mean, I'm imagining like from an occupational
I'm
perspective,
literally
the first thing
judging
you pay
everyone's
attention to, you know?
yeah, love
like
her hair.
Split ends, can't work with you.
Yeah, we didn't get a haircut before we went on TV. What happened here? No, everyone's hair is actually in pretty good shape,
For
I
now,
must say.
yeah.
We are a beautiful cast. Like, everyone is hot. So I'm like, cool, fitting right in.
So then let's talk about the other side
Yeah.
of things. Who's not vibing with you right now?
I'm really trying to not invest my energy in that thought because I know people are nervous and I know not everyone is going to be like, Okay, I'm just trying not to place judgment. But if I was,
If you were.
here's the tea. The woman who's like older with the dark hair, she's tan with the with the black hair, has not smiled at me one time.
Interesting.
Not once, and I've tried. I've tried. So I'm hoping she's just like missing her kids or something. I don't know. And then there's one guy with like a shaved head who's tan. Not a smiler.
Interesting.
And I value that in a person. So I'm like, we're not just like smiling because Jeff Probst walked by. Like, that's fucking weird.
What would you say is your biggest superpower that applies to this game?
Applies to this game. I would say my ability to like make people feel vulnerable and to be vulnerable with other people. I think that goes so deep, especially now, like the new era. People and human connection is really important.
Yeah.
It's so fast. There's not a ton of like time, so you have to put those connections on super speed. And I live my life fast. Like, I do everything fast. I moved my fiance in after 2 weeks of dating. Okay, like fast.
Were you the one to ask, or was he like, I'm coming in?
He just never left. And I was like, you live here now. And I should put your name on the lease so you can get a pool pass. And he was like, okay. So, yeah. I just live my life fast. So, yeah, I guess it was me.
No, I mean, that's a new era attitude. Do you feel like you're well equipped for that just mile a minute, name's going to be changing right up until tribal mindset? Yeah,
I'm fine with that. And like I said, I applied one time and got it. Like, I'm a fast girl. When I want something, I get it. Like, as quick as humanly possible. So
that being said, let me throw out a scenario for you.
Okay.
So let's say first couple days on the beach, a boat pulls up, guy's there, you know what's happening. He has a note, picks up one person to go on a journey from your tribe.
Yeah.
To that point, are you rushing on that boat? Are you trying to put someone else on that path?
I think the first journey, no. But I would go for the second one. For sure. Like how Lauren did the rock thing. Yeah. Brilliant. I'm doing like a stick thing this season where I'm like, pick the shortest one.
They'll be looking at the rocks. They won't notice the sticks.
Yeah, I'm like, we're switching it up. But I thought it was brilliant. Yeah, I would definitely volunteer to do something like that. Like, we're here to play Survivor. I'm not here to watch. Like, I'm not sitting on my couch anymore. I'm in it, and I don't want to go home thinking I could have done something. So I'm doing everything. Like, we're doing it all.
So how do advantages incorporate into that? Because we found out in the new era, it's a blessing, it's a curse, but are you hungry for them?
Yeah. I'll be searching for sure. I'm definitely going to do my best to not tell anybody. I would love to keep it secret, but I have the gift of gab. I am a blabbermouth. I am a big mouth. So I'm really trying to lock it up this season. Like, keep it together. Hoping I surprise myself by keeping it secret and using it for me, or like surprising my lobster.
Yeah. Is this something you've tried to like prep yourself for ahead of time? Of like, tell me a secret and I'll try to keep it for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I suck at it. I suck so bad.
Oh no. I mean, I guess the good thing is authenticity cuts both ways. Like, if people know that about you, that helps.
Yeah. I really, when I have a secret to tell, I literally like do this with my body and I'm like, oh.
You're like Kristen Wiig in that SNL sketch.
I know, it's bad. But I have been actively grounding, working on grounding, and this is like my game. I'm not going to mess it up by my big mouth. Okay? We're playing. This is not regular life. This is Survivor.
What have you been doing in preparation for this?
In preparation, well, I got a tanning membership.
but you're about to go out here. This is 26 days of tanning.
Yeah, no, because I'm pale. I had to get a base.
Listen, as a pale person,
it's
validating.
This is my base, okay? It would have
Yeah.
been really bad without it. But no, on a more serious note, I've been hitting the gym. I've been swimming. I went to the American Ninja Warrior gym, doing a ton of puzzles, watching a ton of Survivor, journaling, grounding, meditating, basically anything I can think of. I've been fasting. Been hitting everything I can, physical, spiritual, mental, studying the game.
I mean, talk to me about that spiritual thing, because I feel like it's something that's been focused on more in the new era, but I feel like maybe it's just the journey as a society we've had with mental health, but like it's so interesting to have that become, to your point, now like a necessary part of prepping for this game, is that things are so stressful and you're second, third, fourth guessing yourself that you need to have that ability to ground yourself to the sand that you're a part of.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I'm not a super spiritual person in general. I'm very much a well, I guess I can be, but it's not my like bread and butter. So I'm like working harder to get more in touch with like myself and who I am, like underneath the funny girl thing, you know? So I had my first interview and I just like cried the whole time. And I was like, what is happening? Like, this is never me. Like, this is not what I generally do, but I am funny. I am like a showman all the time, but this journey of Survivor is just mine. Like, I do so much stuff for other people with the salon, with my family. I'm constantly doing stuff for them. But Survivor, this is just my 26 days where I get to just have my moment. I know, I could cry again. And it's really special. And I'm just grateful to be here and to learn about myself and push myself. Yeah.
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing attitude to walk in with. It's like, $1 million would be nice.
Yeah.
A personal fulfillment and being able to experience yourself in a way that you never would before is icing on that cake that you won't be able to eat for 26 days.
I know, exactly.
So talk to me about decision making.
Okay.
As a business owner, it's tantamount to your success. But when you do it in your real life, are you someone who like maps out what you're doing? Are you someone that just goes by your gut? How do you usually incorporate what you're thinking into your decisions?
I am definitely a gut person, but I am open to like hearing others' opinions. My fiance owns a business right next door to mine. He owns a photo studio. So we have the same like landlords and deal with the same vendors and stuff like that. So I will just be like, no, we should do this. And he's like, well, what about this, this, and that? And sometimes my gut is right. And sometimes his more analytical mind is right. So if I can find someone like that out here who's got more of an analytical mind that I can like bounce my gut off of, like that is ideal because I am a like, fly by the seat of my pants, like we're doing this, let's go kind of girly.
Is there a decision that's been made on Survivor that you've watched that you like got yourself out of your seat to be like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? I never do that.
Well, I'm thinking about like last season. Let me think. Wow, there's a lot of things I probably wouldn't do. But, you know, Danny, like, bossing Heidi around really hit me deep. I was like, why is he talking to her like that? Like, that is not an efficient way to communicate. But sometimes it is, because Boston Rob did it.
Yeah.
And it worked. And then I guess it kind of worked because the vote went the way Danny wanted. But it didn't work for him long term because no one wants to work with someone like that.
Yeah, is that a personality type that you're just going to be like, that's a flat no to out there?
No, I never am a flat no girly, but it's definitely a like, what if they weren't here? Wouldn't that be fun?
What would you say is your hottest Survivor take?
My hottest Survivor take, I don't know if it's that hot, but this is one that I have argued about on the internet.
Okay.
So I like the wokeness. I think it's here to stay. And I'm sorry if there are like people at home on the couch that won't watch anymore because Jeff doesn't say guys. Like, they can kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned because the world is changing. The nation is changing in a way that I am stoked to represent, stoked to be a part of, and I want it to catch like faster, like wildfire. Like, I'm here for the wokeness, okay? Like, I love the diversity. I love the representation. Like, I want it to stick around.
Amen. And I can also imagine from your own perspective, you deal with so many different people from so many different walks of life. Like, you see what this nation is capable of and what can be represented on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, Survivor is a microcosm of life. Like we've been saying that for 20 years, you know. I've been saying it for 3, but
the collective we.
The collective. I'm a part of it now, okay? It's a microcosm of life, so why not reflect that on such a big platform? Like, give some people who haven't always had a voice and a platform to get their stories out there. Like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a white man's club for way too long, you know? Like, no offense.
Not taken.
Yeah. We gotta...
I'm working on my base tan.
Yeah. Palm Beach tan, baby.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm here for the wokeness. I love it. Like, I'm here for the girls, the gays, the theys. Like, I'm here for the black. I'm here for everything in between. So
amazing.
Yeah.
To finish things off, give me a fictional character or a celebrity that you would want to bring out for a loved one's visit.
Okay. A loved one's visit. Okay, I'm going to bring out... It's a really, really hard... Can I bring 2? Can I please bring 2? Okay, the host of Catfish, Neve Schulman.
You could have given me a million guesses. I don't think I would have gone with Neve Schulman.
Oh, you're wrong. Or Detective Elliot Stabler from Law & Order SVU.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
a little Christopher Maloney.
I was going to say. Now, would it be Christopher Maloney or specifically Stabler?
I would take either. Okay. I'm not picky when it comes to the things, but I would love a Stabler moment.
Yeah, I mean, he could definitely assess, like, he could look at people, tell you who's lying, who's got something that they're withholding.
He would be strong.
Yeah. Well, actually, Neve would do a pretty good job with that
I
as well.
know, he can run. See? Smart.
I like this. It's more so, it's like star worship, but also actively recruiting them to work for
you.
I'm
not dumb.
You're a business owner for a reason.
Yeah. Look dumb, big smart, big brain.
Well, what are you feeling right now? You know, we are shaking up the ingredients right now. What's like the cocktail before we pour things out on the beach in a little bit of time?
You know, it's a little bit of everything. I had my good cry out.
Yeah.
I've had a good cry in the shower. I've gotten my good cries out. And now I'm just excited. I'm ready. I feel very prepared, as prepared as you can be. I'm surprisingly a lot more zen than I thought I would be. I don't know if it's the, like, meditating, not talking for days thing, but...
Yeah, you went into, like, a monk-like vow of silence.
Yes. So I'm feeling very zen. I'm just ready. I feel like I have my dancing shoes on and I'm waiting for the club to open. Like, I'm just ready to go at this point. Like, I'm just ready to party.
Well, we'll hit the sand and we'll start dancing in a little bit.
Yes, I can't wait.
This was an absolute delight. This was so much fun to get to talk with you and get to know you. And look, you know, we'll laugh, we'll cry alongside you for the next however many days. But this was
26.
26, but 26 specifically. But this was so fantastic to talk with you.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck with, you know, everything in anticipation too, and especially once the club opens and
woo!
You hit it 26 hours nonstop dance-a-thon.
Giddy up, baby, let's go.
Well, you are good to go. You can head back from whence you came, but it was so great meeting you.
Such a pleasure, you Jim. Thank you so much.